Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's another day of Ragnarok because we have another reagent for you today. This one, I actually covered a little bit in the Black Lotus video because I found out that this Black Lotus spot gave me better luck, so I'm going to give you this as well. It's a bit of a double whammy, so consider this part 2 of the Black Lotus video, but also the main focus for this is going to be Red Mandrake, which could also give you a chance of rarely harvesting blood moss, which is stupidly difficult to get, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So, we're in Zafaria. This is actually my other spot for Black Lotus as well, so it's a bit of a double whammy. Now, when it comes to this, I'll probably show off another spot that I actually got a comment, and somebody on Discord told me both the same place. It's a place in Vestraland that I'm gonna go check out too. I'll probably put that in the same video here today. So I'm going to show you guys this spot, and then I'm going to go to hear their spot out and see how it fares. So we're kind of getting a bit of a three-parter in 2 videos. So we'll see how this goes. But for the Red Mandrake, we're actually going to go over to the Savannah. And over here in Savannah, this is going to be where we get our Mandrake. Alrighty, we are now here in the Savannah. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a bit of a route here. Before we do, I'm actually going to switch to an obscure realm. I think I'm in a popular one. Well, can be populated. I'm going to switch to Humongo Frog. That one's real obscure, so I'm just going to go ahead and switch to it. I always recommend switching to an obscure realm. Either that or you just go down the list. It's up to you. But for this one, I'm going to show you my exact route for Mandrake. So this is a node right here that you can get. Sometimes what I'll do is I will check all the edges here, even if there isn't any nodes, just in case there happens to be one. I'll even go behind the house and everything just to see if I find anything missing. Sometimes I think you do actually, so there's that. And then because I'm dumb and I don't know how to travel in the zone, in the street, I'm actually going to go and start the main part of my route at the Nemean Rock. Take the teleporter, and I'm going to make my way to that sigil over there. And I'm doing this because I'm a dumbass and I don't know how the fuck to maneuver this place. So there's another Mandrake right there. And we're going to go around. I see a node right here. I'm going to grab that while we're going. Got 2, big W. You can also get an occasional sandstone here as well, which gives you a rare chance of getting sunstone. Check here. There usually isn't reagents up in this area, but there is a cantrip chest that can spawn. So if you're cantrip farming, this is a spot to go to. Savannah's actually pretty good for cantrip farming. So now that we've covered that, I'm actually going to go to the left side here now. Check for any nodes. Also, if you need the sock monkey, there's one in here-ish. It's like right in here, there's a sock monkey if you happen to need that for any reason. We're just going to go back the way we came from. Instead of going this way like we were looking at through the teleporter, we're going to go back this way towards this little pond here. We're going to look here. There's a Black Lotus. Oh, hey, I got a Black Pearl, W. And there's another one over there. I'm actually going to grab that real quick. Gotta grab Badabuski. Ooh, we're getting lucky. And then over here, we're going to go over to this hut. There is a sandstone node right here as well. And now we're going to go to this hut. And we're actually going to go behind it because this right here is another node where Red Mandrake can spawn. So now we just leave because we got what we were looking for so far. I'm going to stay on the right side, but still look a little bit left just to see if I missed anything. Looks like in this case I did not. We just go through this little tunnel here, taking us towards the entrance a little bit, towards that way. You'll see the occasional mistwood here too, so you always grab everything that you can see. I'm going to go on the left side, see if there's any nodes on the left. Looks like there wasn't, but I did see a few nodes on the right, so I'm going to grab those. There's a mistwood, with an acorn. Jesus, I'm getting lucky. Oh my god. I'm going to go on this right side here. That's another node for cantrip chests, and in this case, it actually did spawn, so worthy of being noted. Wait, is there 2? There's 2 here. See, if you guys are doing your rank 8s, Savannah seems to be really good for cantrip farming. If you're gonna need your Zafaria spells, which is your rank 8, so like Ifrit, Snow Angel, Leviathan, things like that. So whatever your rank 8 spell is, if you need those spell limits, come to the Savannah and Safaria. Maybe that should be the next series I do. Like, once we finish the reagents, maybe I should do a cantrip route for the people that don't necessarily have access to being able to level scale or have friends. Well, really, you do need friends for this one, because it takes 3 people to open a chest. However, when it comes to the cantrips, it's like the easiest way to farm spell limits without having to do fights all the time, but it does consume your energy. It costs 5 energy per use of a cantrip spell called Magic Touch. Except I'm not going to do it here today, because that's not what we're here for. Grab any wooden chests. If you have any retriever talents, you can always use Pet Happiness, so get spell limits there too. We're just going to keep on rolling, baby. And by rolling, I mean rowing. And it looks like we about finished the route. I'm just going to double check over here, make sure I didn't miss anything. Looks like I didn't. And now we just make our happy ass all the way back up here towards this entrance area. Double check one more time on any nodes that didn't spawn earlier to see if they eventually spawn. Sometimes that can happen, but generally it doesn't. But you never know. Plus, this is using your realm hop timer anyway, so you may as well. You may as well check everywhere. That way we'd have to switch realms like now I have to. Now we know we can switch immediately. And now we're in the Imp realm. We switched from Humongo Frog. So now I'm going to check over here. That's where a node would be, but it didn't spawn this time. There's a wooden chest. We're going to grab that. And then we're going to make our way around here. Nope, nothing this time. Gonna check if there's a node here. Not this time. And then we're just gonna do the same thing again. I'm gonna go back to the Nemean Rock. Make my way to that sigil one more time. Just to see if I can get any Mandrake. Looks like I see one, so we're gonna grab it. Boom. Bada boop. Bada boopy. And then here's another Mandrake right here. There we go. Got a couple there. Check over here for any, like, little bit of free sandstone. Nothing this time. So really, you're getting a little bit of sandstone, a decent amount of Black Lotus. But really, I'm here for the Mandrake, so that part is a W. Now we're going to make our way back towards this pond one more time. And there's another Lotus right here. Gonna grab that. It seems like either I'm getting luckier right now, or the Zafaria Black Lotus is giving me more than the Mushu one. Because I keep getting like 2 every time, instead of just 1. Now, this is the better place than Mushu if you're towards the later game, like Arc 2. Otherwise, if you're just like level 30, then you still want to do Mushu because, well, unless you know how to avoid poles, you don't really want to find your way to Zafaria. If you have something that can port you here, that's even better. However, if you don't, then Mushu is going to be the one that you're going to end up having access to. This is just showing another way to get that too. Of course, we're going to get some Mistwood here. Gonna grab that. There's a silver chest, but we're not going to grab it. Gonna check for a node. Nothing there. On the right side, there's our 2 Mistwoods and a Lotus. Now, unfortunately, Red Mandrake is still kind of hard to get no matter what. But if you need Red Mandrake, this is honestly the best spot that I've had luck with. And you also happen to get Black Lotus. If you're a higher level and you haven't done your crafting quest yet, then you are in decent luck, because if you need your Mushu quest for some reason and you happen to have access to Zafaria, then honestly, this is where you want to get your Lotus. But we're really over here for the Mandrake. Like, there's another Sandstone. Gonna check the right side while I'm maneuvering left. I don't see nothing. Yeah, there's nothing there. So now we're gonna do this loop-de-loop. Now I'm starting to remember the pattern. It's been a couple days since I did this, so there's another Lotus. Unlucky on that one, unfortunately, but it is still one that's better than none. Gonna keep going. Check the right. Nothing this time. And there's another Lotus right here. We're gonna grab that. And then we are gonna go over here one more time. No nodes here. And now we check back up here to see if anything spawns, since there is a couple of nodes up here. This node didn't spawn. This node did not spawn. And the last node did not spawn. Okay. So that is going to be the Mandrake area when it comes to the farm for that. Now, I'm actually going to hear out the people that mentioned Vestralin for the Black Lotus. So if you're here for the Mandrake, this is where the red Mandrake portion of the video is going to end. Because the rest of the video, I will be moving my way to Vestralin so that I can do a kind of final spot to show off where to get the Black Lotus. And this can help you again with your Mushu quest and whatever else you need it for. So that's going to be the end of the red Mandrake part. But this other spot in the Black Lotus I'm going to do, this is still going to be the same video. So I will see you guys in Winter Tusk. Alright, so now that the red Mandrake portion of the video has ended, I'm going to try this route that I actually got a comment on the Black Lotus video, because it was mentioned to me not just in that comment, but also on Discord from a friend, that Vestralin apparently has the best locations for Black Lotus. So I'm going to be here to give this a test, but before we do, I'll tell you how I got here. So when you go to Northgard and Grizzleheim, which you can get to Grizzleheim pretty early, but Winter Tusk you have to beat, which usually you have to be about level 50 to be able to solo it reasonably, and even that's kind of tough. So keep that in mind. But other than that, you get to Winter Tusk, you take that boat if you have access, or if not, you just beat the story, it'll take you there. You're going to go to a street when the boat takes you to Hrundel Fjord, and then as you go through the street and maneuver, when you start to get close to the big tree, then you want to take a left instead of a right, and you're going to see a door that takes you to Vestralin. Otherwise, if you're unsure, if you go up here to the social tab, you're going to want to make sure you're at this very left page right here that says friendly players. In my case, it opened up as such. It might for you too, but if not, this is the button you want to hit. And you're going to see different people in different parts of Grizzleheim and Winter Tusk. They lumped Grizzleheim and Winter Tusk both into the same thing, so keep that in mind. And this Abigail Stormhead here, she is a taxi wizard, which is what I call the people who glitch their characters to stay on, so that they could just be a free teleport for people. There's also a couple in the bazaar and all that. Same energy here. And they're sitting next to Half-Fang, who is the most profitable gold farm in the game when it comes to using a fight to make gold. Because his items are worth like 2,000, and he drops an amulet worth 8,000, so it's still a very famous go-to. But I'm going to test this route. Apparently this street is the best street in the game for Black Lotus, so we're going to go through the whole street because I don't actually know the route. I was not given it. So we're going to go through it together. So you guys are getting a bit of cinema here today, instead of just instructions and recommendations. A little bit of cinema. So I'm going to take a bunch of guessing in hopes that I can actually find it. We shall see, we shall find out. So we are going to just take all the guesses in the world, go through the whole street, bit by bloody bit. So far we're finding Mistwood, okay. Now I'll be honest, I haven't done any reagent farming here yet, so I don't even know what drops here yet. I am learning as we speak. I'm just doing this to hear y'all out to see where the Black Lotus can spawn. We're gonna go over here to the right. Oh hey, a frost flower. I guess if you need a little bit of frost flower, this place works too. Nothing here. I don't think there's even room for a node there, but there is a room for a node here. Gonna take that. I'm just gonna manually walk the whole thing just so I can look to see like what node there could be, so I don't miss any. Because again, I have not farmed Winter Tusk reagents like at all. I've literally just used Grizzleheim, so we're just gonna figure this out together. Like one big happy family. Ah, there we go. We're just gonna, you know what, let me go over here. And again, I'm just literally guessing every single fucking place that I'm going, because again, I have not done any Winter Tusk routes, despite the fact that the Grizzleheim Winter Tusk stuff is like some of my favorite content in the game. But if you know my branding by now, you probably heard that coming. Like, I'll be honest, if I was to do like a top 10 worlds or whatever, Grizzleheim would be high on my list. Just because I like the theme, I like the music, and I don't know, there's just something about it that I like more than what other people might. Like, there's some people that are like mixed on it. I personally like it, except for the fact that Ravenscar is extremely long. But other than that, we're getting some cinema. So I'm just gonna keep going. And I'm sure the people that are telling me about this route are probably in pain right now. Oh, nope. I think I found it finally. I think I finally found the area. Oh yeah. Oh shit. Okay. Yep, I found it. All right, y'all. You don't have to be in pain anymore. I found it. I found the Lotus notes. Let me just keep looking around, see if there's anything extra. I'd have not. Just kinda look around. Doing a bit of a loop-de-loop, right? And then we're gonna take this ramp upwards, which is gonna take us to the Half Fang Cave. Because, well, why not check there too, in case there's anything. Also for the Z quest, there is a Trog. So here's the Trog right next to Half Fang. And again, there's that wizard right there. That is the taxi. Which usually people just make level 1s for it, shit like that. So there you go. I think that's the whole street. So now I kind of know where to go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick right here. And I'm going to switch realms. I'm going to go to Lincoln. And now we're going to go through this general vicinity again. In which there are... okay. So there's 1, 2, 3... no. Holy Black Pearl. Jesus. And then I'm just going to search this general vicinity again. Because I don't know like what nodes can spawn, if any. But so far, if those are the 3 nodes that you guys are talking about, I'm pretty impressed. The issue is you actually have to wait to realm hop. You're just kind of sitting there unless you happen to get a little curious about the surrounding areas, which I'm gonna do just to waste time and soon cooldown time. So I'm gonna go over here. There's some ore as well. So if you want a couple of nodes for ore, you can get that here too. There's that. So yeah. So really, this whole area, this general vicinity where I'm at, which is really towards this left center side, close by to Ormond and Half Fang and all that, just around this ramp, not directly climbing it. So really this whole vicinity gives you 3 Black Lotus nodes and 2 ore nodes. So I see the potential. But again, you have to wait an entire minute for this timer to go down. I'm actually going to switch to Ivan real quick and show you. As you can see, I have to wait about a whole minute. So now I'm going to grab these one more time. Like so. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. And just to waste some time, I'm going to check for nodes one more time. I don't think any spawn back here though. Check, cause this is the 3rd realm, and I'm not seeing any in this particular vicinity. I'm not seeing any. So it really is just the 3 lotuses and the 2 nodes of ore is really what you're getting, which is actually not bad if you're looking for something kind of fast. If you're looking for something condensed and close together, then it's actually not bad. But if you're looking for something that you could just loot, hop, loot, hop, loot, hop, then there is some downtime. Like I just grabbed that and it just now became available only because I searched the area that didn't have nodes. Had I just automatically grabbed the 5 nodes that I saw, I would have had to wait a good 30 seconds. So if you're okay with quick grab, wait, hop, quick grab, wait, hop, then this is the one for you. Otherwise, if you want to just grab, switch, grab, switch, grab, switch right away without having any downtime, Zafaria wins for that. But Vestralin wins if you're okay with a little bit of downtime. So now we know. So this was me testing y'all's route. Not gonna lie, I'm actually kind of impressed. So thank you for the recommendation. And this might end up being recommendations for people to go, because this actually ended up being really good. So y'all were correct. So I'm gonna get this up, I'm gonna put this together, and I'll make this the next video right after Black Lotus. So if things feel out of order for a couple days, I apologize. But I will see you in the next one, because my name is Tyr, and the end of days has arrived. Have a good night.